are you going to introduce?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you guys for being here. My name is Mike. I am the writer-director.
Woo! My name is Lisa Cummins-Sweeney. I was Alice Hart. I'm the lead producer and did Wonder.
My name is Tony McCall. I play Tony, and I was a producer and I did behind the scenes stuff.
Hi, I'm Teresa Hamilton, and I was the production coordinator and the next show.
So this seems like quite a production for a first film, and even for just I'm sure it was quite a small budget film, but it's just feels like it's got this wealth of scenes and characters and moments. And how did you initially conceptualize all this, and what was it like to write it?
I wrote the script in the winter of 2022 during my senior year of college. During COVID time, I had COVID when writing it, so I wrote it to be very much a reflection of my time in college, which I was not a big fan of. Other than meeting these wonderful people, I always wanted to drop it out and wanted to quit and didn't know how to apply myself, so a lot of it was conceptualized through that. A lot of these scenes are loosely or just directly inspired by real life things, going to parties, going to, galleries and seeing your friends' work, and doing writing classes. So a lot of it was just inspired by my experiences pursuing filmmaking at Temple University in Philadelphia.
And I guess for both of you, how did you build this character? How did you come up with that name for one thing?
Yeah, the name is not too personal, but I like ASMR videos, and there's an ASMR person on YouTube by the name of Alice Hart, H-A-R-T, and I was like, Alice Hart, if it was a heart, that'd be cool. So it was just someone I found on YouTube, and I thought the name was catchy, and I was like, I'll just change it slightly. I'll definitely give this to you mostly, but when writing a character, initially just in the script form, I always have Lisa in mind, but I wrote a lot of it too, as I said, me, in terms of like, I want to drop out, I want to make money, I want to have friends, so I was looking at myself as like, I wish I could be this person, I wish I could call my teachers assholes, and I wish I could be an abrasive person instead of just be really angry and not be able to do anything about it. But bringing Lisa said she added so much more to the character than I would have been able to.
Well, I think I'm very fortunate. I think Mike and I share a lot in the personalities. I'm very proud to call my best friend. I felt very lucky to be brought onto this project. There was a lot of Alice Hart that I also was like, oh, I wish I could be more abrasive, more brave, just like weird. I don't know. But I was really pleased that Mike also let me bring in a lot of my cultural identity to this. I think a lot of Asian American media doesn't come in the form of comedy and low budget independent films. So I really appreciated you letting me sprinkle in little nuggets of biracial nuances. And even casting my mom and playing my mom. So. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, she did not really need to act. What
about you, Tony? It feels like your character's constantly navigating this kind of openness and vulnerability, and then just be holding something back, maybe. How did it feel being that character on the inside?
Yeah, so from the very beginning, we read this script, and there was a character named Tony. I was like, oh, I wonder who this would be. But while we were doing production, I actually was reading through the script, you get sides on production, but I was reading the whole thing, and in a similar vein to Lisa, I was like, oh, this Tony, I think is a lot more confident than this Tony is. And that's definitely something I really aspired to bring to the performance and to the character. And you know, I'm also a hopeless romantic, so I hope that is reflected on the screen as well.
Questions from the audience?
Could you talk about your choice of the grayscale and the aspect ratio, please?
Sure. I wish my camera guy, Matt Conley, was here because he's so much more technical than me. But what I will say is just on the first meeting together, he had gone to college at Temple with me, but we were in different classes, so I wasn't as close with him initially. And we just had a meeting. I knew him from Tony actually, just to see if there was a good fit for the part. You know, director DP, and immediately just. He pitched it in black and white. I wrote it with that in mind. Just the way it looks and the aspect ratio was something just from the beginning. We had always just been on the exact same page for it. So he's just like such a reason why the project looks the way it is. I'm not a very technical guy at all. I'm just point at things and be like, that looks cool. Like get that, So he's really the reason why the film, I think, has this. I think we were going for this brainy running gun kind of style. He's the reason it was so communicated that way visually.
So the characters were so like wonderfully drawn and fleshed out, but there was such an energy with certain moments, like when they missed the train, where I was wondering how much improv came into it and how much it was scripted.
Sure. Yeah. So the whole film is about 50% script, 50% improv. There was a fully written script, but it was really just like a suggestion. By the time we got there, it was a 2-year-old script. I didn't like a lot of it. By the time we got there, I was like, cringe, So, it was really up to these people to decide. Sometimes Lisa would say to me, sometimes Adam, who plays Lyman, would especially be like, I don't love how this is written. I wouldn't do this. Tell me, what to do instead. So, it'd always be like, let's make it feel authentic to who these people want to be. The train thing, that was a scripted moment of like, they're just going to miss the train, and we planned that. I mean, they'd be at the top of the steps, we'd be in the subway, the train would go by, it'd start to leave, and we'd go, come on, and, we'd start rolling, and they'd run, and they'd miss the train. So that part, we needed to plan it a little bit, but I mean, it was very just run and gun. I mean, their reactions were genuine, there really wasn't much direction, it was just miss a train, be disappointed, So, it was very much what these guys wanted to bring to the day.
So was the whole project, congratulations by the way.
Thank you, appreciate it.
The film is really special. Very happy for you guys. But was it really like almost entirely like people you guys went to school with, or did you reach out to do like meet other people in Philadelphia and stuff? Or was it like a true like the homies you guys met and they would be like
Yeah, absolutely. It was, I would say, 99% homies. So every location pretty much is just someone we knew. I mean, Tony's house, he lives there still, still lives there. All the houses and the businesses were businesses and people we knew. Like, very large percent of the crew is Temple University. Lisa's from Drexel. A few of our actors are from New York area, from Fordham in New York, but we had known them before. We had known them for years. Most of the people in this project, we were going on knowing each other 5, 6, years. So it was a very favor-based film. And you were talking about the scale of it on books, so many scenes. That couldn't have been accomplished just without being able to just get so many favors from people who were willing to give up their apartment for a whole day to, shoot an entire party scene, or just having a friend whose family owns a pizza shop, just letting us go there. So with the exception of an actor or two and maybe the pet shop location, all of it was just people we knew in our circle and who we went to college with. There was, 4 years at Temple and pursued film, theater, and everyone. So it was a very big collaboration with the homies.
What about the wedding? How did you think about bringing that in?
Pass this one to
Well, the bunny idea is Mr. Knight's. Grew up with a lovely bunny. But, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll say that part. At the time of writing, I had a pet bunny, one of my best friends, Niles. He was with me all through high school and college, and I would write with him, by my side. The bunny was written in the first draft to be in the script. Unfortunately, it was 2 years since the script was written, and then we got to production. Miles passed, so we needed a new bunny. So this is where Lisa found us a bunny.
Yeah, one of my old housemates in Philadelphia moved in with a bunny, and so I was like, "Can I borrow your bunny?" And she's like, "Yeah." She threw her keys at us. She's like, "You're very like chill about this." So it was really, really helpful. And now my mom owns that bunny. It's from me, so it's been brought back into the family. And yeah, now we have the bunny at our display. And she's so lovely. Her name is Raccoon, and just the sweetest one.
She's great to work with. Lisa put out like on our Instagram, Alice like film on Instagram, like a whole bunny search and search of a bunny. Yeah, we were bunny casting, and we got like a few leads. Like a lot of people were willing to let us use their bunny, which is awesome.
What about, has your mom seen the movie?
No, she has not seen it yet. Just her scene, because I need her to see it in a theater, where she's going to be on her phone the whole time. So I am restricting her from seeing it until she can see it in person. But she likes her scene. She's been showing it around to a lot of our friends and family in the Philippines. I'm proud of her.
You are a movie star.
Oh, I mean, my mom's a movie star.
Oh, your mom's a movie star.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
the star of this movie, in my part.
So you keep this posse together and make a lot of one film?
Absolutely. These are my best friends up here, and our crew in the audience too. These are the people I just want to make movies with forever. I mean, these guys are great. I could not have done this without anyone. I really don't know much compared to what these guys know. So yeah, the goal is to, right now me and Lisa are in talks of trying to get another funding for another script that we've written together to be shot by the fall. We'll see where that goes. This team will be there. Absolutely, everyone's getting a call. So yeah, I mean, no need to fix it. It's not broken. So
Yeah. What do you have an idea of the trajectory of what kind of film?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I love doing stuff like this. I think, this was so run and gun and fun. I love talky kind of dramas and dramedies with love triangles and, being a meandering person and stuff like that. This was very inspired by Mumblecore. I think for future stuff, I might want to maybe try and leave that a little bit and be a little more, I guess less run and gun, maybe a little more money would be awesome. But we'll see. I think I always have a indie spirit in me, so I just love making stuff like this. Just character-based, people kind of interacting and getting into these neurotic situations with each other is my bread and butter.
Well, thank you all so much for coming out. Such a pleasure to have you.
Can I actually add something? We just wanted to say thank you again so much for coming out to see Alice Heart. It means a lot to us. We're on Letterboxd, if anyone likes Letterboxd. We want to say thank you so much to Mary. And
If you like the film, leave us a good review on the sheets. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.